Yeah, so finding product ideas fast. Now, this is a good enough product that makes you money and launch fast is better than a perfect product that takes you years to launch. And some people are what we call perfectionists. I used to have this old business partner, and it was a couple of years ago. He was quite burly. He was a big old burly business partner. He was a lovely guy, and he sort of was a perfectionist. So for years and years, he had these ideas, but it would never really eventuate into anything. So it's better to get something up, even haphazardly, even though it's a half-assed sort of job, right? You're better off getting the product up, getting some sales in, getting a bit of feedback, and then go, all right, there's people are buying this product, now let's ramp it up, let's get a good quality product in. You know, you're better off doing that than trying to make the logo perfect, to make the thank you card perfect, to make the packaging pristine, and so you're 110% happy with it. Otherwise, nothing will ever get lifted off the ground. When they built Facebook, the first Facebook was shocking. It was terrible. The first Facebook, even the first, the first Facebook was one page, and it didn't do its job, but the feedback was incredible, and there was so many bugs. But he goes, all right, this is viable. People are on this Facebook thing, looking at people's photos. Let's work on this, and that's how they sort of grew. I mean, a lot of it really, it doesn't really come down to the product. It comes down to your marketing. To be successful on Amazon, it comes down to getting more eyeballs on your listing than other people. I mean, McDonald's is the perfect example. They have the worst food in the world, but are they the best business in the world, the best restaurant business in the world? They are. They're the richest restaurant business in the entire world, and the most wealthiest in terms of land ownings as well, second to the church. But they have the worst food, so sometimes it's not the product, it's the marketing. They get so much foot traffic in. Oh, the church is the church is the number one landowner in the world. Second, that's right. Because when you buy a McDonald's franchise, you actually have to buy the land as well. So all the McDonald's are here, owned by the McDonald's Corporation, not the franchisees. Yeah, so they're the smartest business and marketing-wise, but it's not really the best product, is it? I mean, yeah, filet-o-fish burger is okay, but it's not the best business, right? Best product. So you're better off just getting a good enough product and getting that launched rather than trying to perfect the perfect product. That makes sense, right? So some of the products I've been involved. I used to have a sourcing company about 12 years ago. We had a sourcing company. We've sourced a lot of these. We were involved in a lot of these products: T-chargers, segways. Segways, we actually had a client here in New Zealand. We did it at a golf club. I think it was Remuera Golf Club or something up the road here. Yeah, he was involved in the golf business. The golf business, by the way, is a great business to get involved in because people who are in that niche actually have disposable income. So buying a pair of clubs might cost $5,000. Buying a nice pair of clubs. You know, you buy a Titleist cap. Does anyone here play golf at all? Anyone play golf? No? Okay, it's just me. All right. I used to play golf years and years ago, but it was a very expensive hobby, right? But people, to join a club in Sydney, in the Bondi Golf Club, it's insane. It's like $20,000-$30,000 to join a golf club. And that's just your membership fees, because it's very exclusive, right? So people do spend a lot of money on golf. So when you have golf equipment or golf products, you know, spending $60 on something that will help you improve your game is nothing, really. So people are okay with spending that because they're generally quite, you know, they've got more disposable incomes. Yeah, so fishing rods, insulation, we've done tiles. We supply tiles to a Perth construction company. Glasses, T-chargers, fat tire bikes. We've done some party products as well. Prefab sort of houses, we've sort of worked with that as well. So we've done toothbrushes where you can sort of see the gunk in your teeth. We've sort of worked with some of those products as well. So yeah, we used to help sort of source similar products source similar products to these. So yeah, so what's the most important question, or what's the most important thing to get right? Is it the product, is it the supplier, or is it listing products on Amazon? What do you guys think? Who thinks it's the product? Show of hands. Who thinks it's the supplier? Who thinks it's the listing? It must be the listing, right? Because you guys didn't put your hands up for the first two, right?
It's all three.
Or you could say all three, but it's actually the product. That's the most important out of all of this, what you sell. Because you could have the best supplier. You can find the best quality, if you're selling, this product, right? Let's say you had no idea what this was, right? if you found the best supplier, they made the best quality of this, that's great. You've got the best quality one. It's never going to break. It's not going to break until 20 years of use, right? But if no one knows what it is, no one's going to buy it, right? Listing on products, you could have the best listing on Amazon and the best images, the best headline, best back-end keywords. But again, if no one knows what the product is and no one's looking to buy it, then it's not going to sell. Whereas you can have a really, really poor product, a bad product, like it's not something that falls apart, obviously, but a product that has a few imperfections, but it works and it satisfies the customer of yours. But you could have, a supplier that sort of does half a job, and the listing could be terrible, but you'll still make sales because the product is what people want. You've probably seen some of those products before, listings where they're shocking listings. They've got one image, spelling errors. It's written in sort of. I'm trying to be PC here, but it's spelling errors galore throughout the whole thing. The headline, there's spelling errors and the bullet points, and there's one image or two images, and spelling errors and that, but they still sell. They've still got 3,000 or 4,000 reviews, and people are still buying because they don't care. They just want the product. So at the end of the day, 80% of your success on Amazon comes down to what you decide to sell. And that's why we say spend a lot of time in the product decision phase. Right? So quick checklist, you probably know a lot of this already. 1 kilo, 45 centimeters, less than 100 reviews, shoebox size. In terms of turnover, 3 to 5K, New Zealand, you'll probably do a little bit higher, right? No batteries is ideal, no power supply needed. So something like this, I'd probably say don't do as your first product, because it has a tiny lithium battery in it. Anything that you can sort of recharge is lithium in most cases. Anything that can be charged up via USB or power is lithium. And Amazon don't mind lithium as long as it's not a big lithium. Big lithiums explode. Small lithium batteries are fine. Air New Zealand won't let me take a speaker. Many years ago I did a conference, I think you were there, Judith. I had this big speaker. I could bring it over from Australia to New Zealand fine, but on the return trip, no, you can't take that on. Because the laws here are different. You can't take a lithium battery back. A lithium battery, the speaker was only like that high, right? But they wouldn't let you take it back, whereas this is fine. So will be fine for Amazon, but selling a big lithium battery, they explode, and that's why they don't allow a lot of battery-related products at the Amazon warehouses, because there's fires. 2 years ago, there was a big fire in Los Angeles. It burned like millions and millions of dollars of other people's products because someone had something there where they shouldn't, and it exploded. And it burnt mattresses. It was like a big product warehouse. So.
Alex, the 100 reviews. Why less than 100? I mean, it seems to me that if someone's got 1,000 reviews or 2,000 reviews, and then you set up a product to compete with them, you're piggybacking off their success. So 100 seems low to me. It's a good point actually. If your product is if you can find a product that has like a turnover of $5,000 and it's got 30 reviews, it doesn't take too long to get 30 reviews, right? So it sort of shows you that you don't need to be established or have, you would make money even if you had one review. There's heaps of products out there that've got 3 reviews that might be doing $2,000 or $3,000 a month, right? Knowing that, you're like, okay, well, technically, if I had 3 or 4 friends, I could really get those reviews quite easily, right? But I know that's not how Amazon operate. We don't really teach that, but that's what people do sometimes. They get people to sort of start them off a little bit, just one review, right? But if someone's making money and they've got 20, 30 reviews, then it's a good sign that you can do the same because it doesn't take you long to get those reviews. Does that make sense? But a good question, because if something has got 3,000 reviews, it means they're making a heck of a lot of money. Because the rule of average is for you to get 3,000 reviews, you have to make something like 100,000 sales. So you're obviously making a heck of a lot of. The sellers obviously made a heck of a lot of money when they've got 3,000 reviews. So this is great for America. If you find an American product that's on Amazon America, but not here in Australia, and they've got 3,000 reviews, and no one's selling that product here, it's usually a good sign because it means they're making sales over there. But no one's selling the product here, so you can sell it. You can sell it here. That's it. That's a big thing. There's a lot of products that aren't here in Australia, New Zealand yet.
And the reason is Amazon, the American sellers think you're too small. It's such a small market. They're already making enough money over there. They can't be bothered launching in a smaller market.
So when you look at the number of reviews on Amazon Australia for a particular product, but it's shipped from America. It's not in an Australian warehouse. So I mean, I was looking at something the other day. It was 11,000 reviews. And
wow.
I think you said something like 33 sales for every review. Or
yeah, 3 sales.
Or 3 sales.
Yeah.
Per 100.
Yeah, 100 sales. 100 that's
sales.
Right.
Yeah. I mean that's a lot of sales.
That's a heck of a lot.
So if it's on the Amazon Australia website, that means that all those reviews are in relation to sales into Australia or New Zealand. Is that right?
It's both.
Absolutely. I'll be recommending this to all my friends and family.
Yep, I'd be an advocate for it. The 10 basic steps makes it so easy and really simple and clear.
For sure, this is the best move that I had.
I couldn't have done it without them pretty much. It's been really good.
Highly recommend them.
Yeah, for sure. Very informative.
It's not possible to make a success in a short time without someone to support and mentor you.
Definitely do it. It's another income stream.
Yeah, that they should definitely join the program because, sometimes you find a lot of information on the internet and then you don't know where to start.
Alex and the whole team are just really genuine.
I highly recommend it. I'm a very hands-on person, so I like to see things before I do them.
If I had a problem, I either rang him, sent him a message, he'd call me straight back or answer my call, and he was always there to help, which has been pretty awesome.
It's really good, gives you a really good insight, and just having the knowledge that you've got a team behind you that you can speak to and grab advice from.
Just to go for it. Really highly recommend it. These people are genuine people.
Absolutely. I've done a lot of different seminars over the years. Alex conferences are number one.
Do it in a heartbeat. I wouldn't second guess it. Do it. You get so much out of it, and knowing that you have such a great supporting team behind you.
I'd say it's probably one of the best courses. I've actually done other courses, and for a starting person, this is the ideal way to start.
This has been really good, this training, all the way around, at home and here over the last 2 days.
There's lots of things to learn, and you'll have a really good time trying to find and reach your goals.
I work shift work, I send him text messages at random hours, and he always seems to get back to me, or emails, get back to me really fast.
They know their stuff. I've just got to trust them.
Very down to earth, very approachable, and extremely helpful.
I can honestly highly recommend that if you want a successful business in Amazon, join Alex and his team. You won't be sorry.
And that you've got someone to talk to. If you've got a question, there's an actual person that you can talk to, and they're really, really helpful.